Hey friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Weird to say that. I'm still gonna get used to that. I don't know. I made this try this morning with cinnamon roll oat milk creamer. I gotta go wet my beauty blender. BRB. I don't know why I decided to film a video after my brother gave me half an edible. But we're here and I'm gonna film anyways. So I wanted to talk about like how anxious I get before traveling. I feel like there's this misconception that everyone is just this like easygoing, go with the flow, like adventurous soul. I don't fucking know. People that don't have anxiety. And that could like be further from the case for me. I've disclosed plenty of my mental illnesses and diagnoses on the internet. I'm not going to do that in the YouTube video. That's for another YouTube video. But I am an anxious person, like at my core, very anxious. Like I like to have a plan. I've never felt like I'm this like free-spirited person, but everyone looks at me travel and like I own a van and everyone's like, that's a free-spirited, someone that doesn't care. Someone that has no anxiety about life. That is, fuck, I wish. My main anxiety is like social anxiety. But I get anxiety about everything else too, and I also get very overwhelmed in travel situations. I struggle, like I do, but that doesn't really stop me from like wanting to travel. I digress. I don't even want to wear that much makeup today. Something light. I never thought I'd say that because like if you also have been following me on my TikTok, you know I used to wear like colorful eyeshadow every day and like eyelashes like up to my eyebrows. I don't do that anymore, which is like kind of sad. I don't know, like I think it's part of the travel. Like you can't really pack like a giant eyeshadow palette. I mean, I guess you can do whatever you want, but I wasn't gonna pack a giant eyeshadow palette and do my makeup for over an hour every day. I really wanted to be a minimalist bitch. I literally forgot what I was talking about. Oh, I know what I was saying. There's just a lot of anxiety in travel for me. But this next trip, I leave in a week. We're going to the Louis Tomlinson concert before we fly out. We fly out on a Friday and the Louis concert's on Wednesday. We have to drive to Denver. But this is not a solo trip. I am actually traveling with my childhood best friend. So I've known her almost 24 years. We're both Libras. So yeah, almost 24 years. I'm 25. So I've known her my entire life. We went to a really small school, so like I've always been in her life, but we were never like it's like I feel like I do her a disservice if I call her a friend because I feel like she's my family, and I think because she's my family, like we didn't hang out a ton. Like I don't know, I feel like if you know, you know. Like I was closer to her little sister who was in my brother's class. We were more alike, like we both played basketball, and my one friend was like more knowledgeable, and we were just running in different circles even though it was like a small school. I'm actually really excited because I feel like I'm going to get to know her so well on this trip. I'm gonna learn more about like her high school and college experience, because I also think when you're in high school, at least especially if you're friends with me, like I didn't know how to like share my feelings, and I didn't really hang out with a ton of people outside of school. Like I was a very private, like again, social anxiety. I didn't really hang out with a ton of people. Like I forced myself to go to like the little woodsy party things, like stupid, I don't know. But other than that, like I wasn't very social. Self-aware, but I also like wasn't in therapy, and I wasn't unpacking trauma, and I didn't know a lot of things about myself. Now I can just talk to my high school friends about like what was actually going on to us in high school, because there's a lot of trauma there. We also went to such a small school, and that is like, again, if you know, you know, it's such a unique experience. Like I graduated with 12 kids in my class. I think she graduated with like 13, so like very small. So I think she's like the best case scenario to take traveling with me. Like she's really well traveled. Like I think she's been in like 26 countries or something like that, which is insane. But I like don't do well with hanging out with people for a long extended period of time, which is like why I'm the most nervous. Like I require recharging my social battery and like really taking care of my needs so I don't like burn myself out and like shut down, because like that does and can happen if I like push myself too much. Like I also struggle with like talking. Like it's difficult because I can't talk for an entire day. Like I will shut down. I will shut down. And so I feel like this trip is really gonna test me. Like I'm going to have to like really communicate my needs, you know? And I'm anxious because like What if she wants to travel one way and I want to travel another way, you know? I just really loved my experience with solo travel. I loved that if I was feeling like burnt out or really tired or whatever, I could like take a nap midday. I could wake up late. I could have an entire day of just like watching Netflix and doing nothing. And I feel like when you're with another person, like your vibes could just be different and you have to compromise more, and like I guess that's life, but I am anxious about it. Oh, I forgot sunscreen. I'm also getting my lashes tinted and lifted before we leave, so hopefully I don't have to like put on mascara every day. I've never gotten that done. I'm actually really nervous, but also excited. I want to film more YouTube videos, but I only want to do it when there's no one in the house because I don't want anyone to hear me talk. I forgot to put on some eyeshadow. I'm a mess. It's because I took that half an edible. This is the broken brush that I'm using. Do you see this? Oh my god, I've always wanted to do that, to like hold you. Cringe. I'm so used to filming TikToks that the fact that I feel like I could be more myself when it's YouTube, because like I don't have to be like concise with the way that I'm speaking. Oh my god, this is like such a great realization actually, because like TikTok gives me anxiety, number one, because like anyone can watch your shit and like access it so quickly just by scrolling, and like sometimes like you get on the wrong side of TikTok and a lot of people there are just like chronically online and they need to get off the internet for a second, you know? Don't hate me. YouTube is a lot more intentional and I can like ramble on. People are coming to watch it. They know what it's gonna be about. They know how long it's gonna be. I don't know, I just feel like it's more intentional and I really like that. I also suck at talking, so like when I have to like have something like short and concise and to the point, that is not me. So I think I sound like a robot. I mean, to be fair, like I do like subconsciously mask, and as much as I like am in the process of like learning how to unmask, like it's still like a learned trauma response, so you know, it happens. I think that's all I have to say about it though, to be honest. I'm just like kind of anxious about like plans. Like I feel like I would like to plan more ahead because we're gone 5 weeks. We know when we have to be back, we know where we're going, so like might as well plan a lot of it, you know, like transportation, the tours that we want to take. Like I would rather just like get that booked and just like have that done with. But she's more of a like let's wait, which like when I'm on my solo trip, like I feel like I was more like that, where I would like I really would book things like a day in advance. Like I wasn't as organized as that like I am wanting to be right now, which like I'm kind of surprised. No, I'm not surprised. I have a Virgo Mars, and if you know, you know, which means I love packing, which is what I'm gonna do today. I'm definitely struggling. Like my control freaks might come out, but I know it'll be fine, and I know it'll be such a fun experience and like a really special experience for the both of us, just because we have known each other for so long. We are family, and I know like I'm gonna send the pictures in the family group chat, because I know she's not gonna send in the pictures because I love pictures, I love videos, and I'm in the family group chat. So like it will be such a special experience, but I am just nervous about that part. Just like, and it's no offense to her at all, I just have a really small social battery, and like I love alone time, and I fear that I'm not going to get alone time, even though I know I'm going to be able to communicate with her that like I need that alone time or it will not be good. So really I should just chill, but I don't have a chill bone in my body. And that's why deep down I know in my heart I'm a solo travel girly. I love being Miss Independent, you know? But this trip is not about independence. It's about learning to be vulnerable with my friend. That sounds so deep, and maybe it's not, but like this experience truly is, yeah, less about me. I mean, like the last trip I went on, like it was such a spiritual experience for me, and I think this trip will be too, because we're literally going to be volunteering at an ashram and like meditating and like eating really clean and like doing yoga and gardening. Like it's going to be a spiritual experience, but it's also going to be as much of an experience for myself as it is for the both of us. So I'm like, I'm really excited for that aspect. Like, do not get me wrong, I am excited, but I am an anxious person. I am. And I want to show that reality of travel, because I don't know, even when I watch other travel creators, whatever, I'm just like, how are they so carefree? Like, how can they just like pick up and go to another country? And then I'm like, oh, I'm doing that, but I am doing it anxious, you know? And like, my thing is like, I'm anxious pretty much no matter what. So like, I might as well be anxious in a new country versus anxious at home, because I get a lot of people being like, how do you do it? I would prefer my anxieties be like present moment anxieties. So like when I'm traveling, they're all pretty much present moment anxieties. Like, oh my god, like I'm gonna have to talk to someone at dinner. Oh my god, I have to walk into this new hostel. I have to get on the train. And they're very present moment anxieties. But like when I'm at home, they're like past tense and future tense anxieties, where like I'm either worrying about like what I'm gonna do for a career for the rest of my life. Like, do I want kids ever? Which is the answer is typically no. I'm questioning like everything about my life. Or I'm looking back in my past and like being like, oh, I should reach out to them. I hope they're well. Oh, I should. And it's like, you are in neither place. You were not in the past and you're not in the future. I'm so nostalgic. I look back at things all the time. I'm like, oh my god, I've changed so much. That's great. I do think both are good. I think being able to look back and forward are good. I'm very self-aware. I think way too much. My brain has so many thoughts. I move so quick. And I like when my anxiety is like, what is going on? You know? Like, it still exists, but it's like, what is it right now? So that's like where my head is at with anxiety. I know I looked in the viewfinder quite a bit, and so I really apologize. I'm gonna get better at that. I mean, I'm not gonna eye contact anyways, so like just get used to me not staring directly into your soul, which honestly I think is weird anyways. The edible is really edibling. Do you see my shirt right now? I was like contemplating if I should take this to the hostel. I feel like I should take like something to signal to the people that like I have great taste in music. I feel like the end of Get Ready With Me videos, they're actually ready, but like I'm gonna let this plot for a little longer. I'm gonna stay in my pajamas, and I am gonna probably put on a little bit more makeup. I don't know, I just feel like ending the video right now. Probably because, again, that is it for today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope someone related, because yeah, sometimes it's hard to just see all these presumably outgoing travel creators. If you want, you can like, comment, subscribe, cringe. I am really gonna have to get used to saying that, unironically. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you when I see you.